sister, now we're living together. We're roommates in law.
Roommates in law.
I tried to hold that note a moment longer.
Dude, I think it kind of like blew out my speaker for a second.
Oh, I mean, I was kind of hitting a high note there, Tom.
Oh, wow. I hope the recording caught it on your end.
I'm sure it didn't. I'm Timmy Snee.
I'm Tom Schnee.
Not roommates.
Not in-laws, but we are
Good pals.
very good friends.
Where you at, Tom? I'm coming to you live at Bleecker Street Studios.
I am at Bottle Lake Studios in northern Minnesota. I'm in the woods.
This is grandfather's?
Yeah, this is my dad's now my dad's whole side of the family co-owns this place.
Sick. Is this where you retreated to at the beginning of the coronavirus 19?
Yeah.
That's it.
When COVID-19 hit,
My boy COVID-9. There's going to be a rapper called COVID-9 in about 3 years.
I would listen.
I'd give it a shot.
It's all just vaccine shit.
You're like, well, what the hell is this? Just talk about what he did during quarantine. You're like
we talk about him the same way we talk about comics who still do COVID jokes.
All the rappers are like, dude, he's doing COVID shit.
He's still doing COVID stuff. I mean, we all had like a decent 5 on COVID, but had to let it go.
I am bummed. I really liked some of my COVID jokes, and they're just gone.
For a little bit, they were my best jokes. Honestly, the sad part is I think they still might be my best jokes.
I have tried till I'm like, how can I rework these jokes where it's not about COVID-19? And I'm like, you guys ever had the flu? And everybody's like, what the hell is this shit? How are we feeling about influenza this year?
What other world disaster could I make this about?
Yeah.
Somehow, could this be about Ukraine? Could it?
I mean, people in the audience are like, boy, he's really shoehorning this one in there. This is obviously a refurbished COVID bit.
How is he making this about the water crisis in California?
So Flint doesn't have clean water. You guys seeing this? You heard about this?
It's like, that's an older story than COVID.
Like,
stick to COVID stuff, Tim.
Who is this guy? Yeah, I'm talking about the Chicago fire in like 1920.
I know a guy, he didn't believe in the Chicago fire. He got burned. He still didn't believe in it.
Oh, God damn it. How are we feeling? So wait, why are you back in the soda?
I have a wedding here this weekend.
There we go.
And was in old Houston this past weekend, so figured just not fly back and then back again.
Right. How was this a family wedding, friend wedding? What's the fun
family wedding, cousin wedding?
Ooh, that's a big fun level.
It's big fun level, and all but one of my siblings is making it back for it.
Oh, huge fun level.
This is a big fun level. This week is going to be so fun.
Huge. Let's see. So festivities start Thursday.
They're starting about now.
Oh,
yeah, we're going to have a week for sure, because a few of us got up here yesterday, and then the rest of my siblings are rolling in over the next few days.
Oh, you're going to die, Thomas.
You're
going to die.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I figured I'd come for the whole week just to take a break from all the shows I've been doing in LA. Like,
right. A little, just give yourself a mental, you can't get on stage 10 times a night every night.
No. And like, I did it for a while, but eventually doing 2-3 minute sets a week can really add up.
You're like, you know what?
To 6 minutes a week. I
got to go in the woods for a little while. I got to take a break. I got to let some steam off.
It's like,
I got to drink for 1 week straight.
Yeah. As opposed to what I was doing in LA.
I was listening to a little pod here a minute ago. Not a pod, it was something. And they were saying the highest concentration of narcissists live where, Tom?
The city of angels.
The sweet city of Los Angeles, California.
The land of hope and dreams, man. My city.
I was like, oh no, that's where a good friend Tom just moved.
Yeah, dude, of course it is. It's all people. Like, I've already met several people that have moved there that, like, you talk to them and it's kind of like no plan at all and no skills.
Sure. But Harrison
they
Ford wasn't discovered until he was 86 years old.
He was a carpenter until he was 85, and then he got the role of Han Solo. So
they're like, hey, guy that just made these shelves, you want to star in a major motion picture?
Oh god, we are gonna talk. I will continue to bring this up for forever, but Harrison Ford, I love that example more than anything because it's like no, he just wasn't a successful actor, but he was an actor.
He was absolutely. It's like the Clooney thing. People say this about the big one that really grinds my gears is Jack Nicholson. They're like he didn't have his breakout role till he was 42. I was like, but my man was like heavily in the game.
He was in movies.
Yes,
like when he was like in his 20s.
My man was heavily in the game. He wasn't a world-class movie star
he
until
wasn't
a little bit
considered
later.
One of the like top 5 of all time. Until he was in his 40s.
And like, I mean, he didn't even win an Academy Award till he was 45. You're like, no, this math doesn't add up.
I'm trying to, when I think about making it, I'm like, how can I be broke but only working in comedy?
Sure.
That's like it. It's like, if I could pay a living just with comedy, that would be like, I'm like, well, so I made it. I'm successful.
Well, I'm actually a famous guy in my own family and friend circle.
Yeah. Almost all of my family now listens to my podcast. Pretty soon, we're going to get all 10 of them.
I mean, how dumb do you have to be to believe that? That's like starting stand-up at 28. Who in their right mind would make that decision?
Once in a while, you hear about someone who does it, and you're like, Jesus.
There's a tough. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because you started in your early teens.
Early teens.
And you've been, what, 7 years now?
Oh, so yeah. So I started when I was 15. Well, it's one of those things where like you do it once. I did it once when I was 15.
Yeah.
And then I didn't go back and really start hitting it until I was 17. And I've been doing it for 8. Yeah, I just turned 25. So I've been doing it for 8 years.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same thing with me. Like, I guess like I had my first real credit when I was like 19, but I don't count that's when I started.
Well, that was just like that one doesn't really count because it's just like a national commercial.
Yeah. And like NBC, they threw me a bone. They were like, hey, you know.
Well, honestly, that guy kind of owed you the favor. But the good thing about that gig for you is that you've been making what, 30 grand a year steadily from that commercial. That was what, 6 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
that's crazy.
I've made almost $800,000 off of that fictional
commercial. Of a one little commercial.
Yeah.
And all it was a bite and smile.
It was a bite
against
and smile.
all odds.
I know, and I don't even like hot dogs that much. That's how good of an actor I am. I bit a hot dog, smiled at the camera, and they were like, "This guy loves hot dogs." And
what was more impressive, this is what I heard just from the crew that worked on that commercial.
Right, word gets around.
Well, everyone knew. This is what kind of blew people's mind. I think this is what kind of gave you that little pop in the industry early. Was like the whole cast and crew, they all knew you hated hot dogs.
Yeah.
And so they were kind of like, why did we cast a guy that doesn't like hot dogs? There's no way he's going to be able to pull this off. And the Oscar Mayer people, they kind of went to bat for you from what I heard.
Yeah, well, they know talent when they see talent.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they're Oscar Mayer Wiener.
You don't become Oscar Mayer Wiener without having an eye for talent.
I'm sorry. I was able to keep that going for a minute, but for some reason...
There's probably a couple people that are like, what in the fuck are they talking about?
Just the idea that everyone's like, oh, damn, Oscar Mayer Wiener vouched for this guy.
We gotta, I mean...
He must be good.
It's one of those vouchers you can't really ignore.
Oh, no, everybody at CAA hates him, but the Oscar Mayer people are really on board with this guy.
Damn, Mr. Meyer sent him over himself?
Oh, that's fun. I don't even know what we were talking about.
I'm currently being evaluated for a role that, I don't know, I shouldn't talk about these things, but it would be so sick to get. And I really, it's all I'm thinking about right now. It's just a body double role. And I'm praying to God.
What's the body double for? Better not be for a guy that's 6'1".
He's 5'11", and I am 5'11" too, Tim. Say it right now. Say it into this recording device.
5'11" with soul inserts, but yes, 5'11".
Tom Schnee is 5'11". And he also lives in Chicago, Tim, if anyone asks.
Right. You definitely didn't move.
No, we definitely haven't been calling me LA Tom recently.
And talking about the street you live on in Los Angeles, California.
Havenhurst is also in. It's actually, that's the thing about Havenhurst. It stretches all the way to Chicago.
It's one of those weird long streets. Yeah.
It's the same latitude. No, but
What's the body double? Who you
double.
body doubling? Let me look this guy up.
Well, okay, I don't really care.
So here's
Joel Edgerton.
Here's a question. Body doubles. Is it just this might be a very dumb question, Tom.
That's okay. I had to Google what it was. So.
Okay, thank God. So a body double, does your body just kind of have to resemble this guy, or do you have to look like this guy? Like if you're the similar build, people have a similar build, but they don't really look alike.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Is it that?
That's what it is. It's
okay.
It's like over the shoulder shots and like walkthrough shots and.
Right. Okay,
I
so
hope
what was this guy's
not
name?
Stunt work because I'm probably in worse shape than this guy is. And by probably, I mean guaranteed because he's a movie star.
After the week you're about to have, I would imagine you are going to be in bad shape. What's this fella's name?
Joel Edgerton. I don't even know if this is dumb to talk about, but no one cares whether or not I get this stunt double role. So
Joel Edgerton, weird. You do look like this guy.
We have the same hairline. He's a lot older than me, but
I'm surprised you've never heard this before. This is kind of odd.
There's a couple pictures that I see that I'm like, all right, yeah, I can.
There's a couple that were.
Wait, hold one up that you see.
I mean, this one I would say is very close.
That was one of the ones I saw. Yeah. That's why I'm growing the beard out right now.
Right.
Try to look a little bit more like him.
Boy, how have you never heard this? Maybe because he's more of like a menacing guy than you.
He is.
It's a very different vibe
too. Yeah.
Is he a oh yeah, he was in a Great Gatsby. This guy's a great actor.
Oh, dude, he was awesome in Zero Dark 30. He's in Obi-Wan.
Holy shit, I can't believe you've seen some movies. Did you just start watching these movies that he's in?
Of course, dude.
Yeah, okay. God, you scumbag.
No, I've seen Zero Dark 30.
I hate you so much. You just like rattle off all these great movies he's in. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm trying to talk movies with you here for 3 years, Tom. Let's see. Oh, he's an Australian mate. Okay.
Oh, yeah. So that was hard because I was trying to look up his voice because I had to act out scenes as his character. So I was like kind of trying to see if I could do his voice a little bit, but there's very few lines I could find where he's doing a normal American accent because in Great Gatsby, it's like, it's not British, but it's not.
It's that
1920s thing.
Yeah. Which was that a thing? Were people speaking that way in 1920?
I don't know. They were like, hello, good friend. Come in
like,
for a drink. And you're like, what
fuck is that?
Yeah.
What did Leonardo, he said it 270,000 times. Old sport. Oh, hello, old sport.
Hello, old sport. It's like,
I was like, aren't you supposed to be 26?
Yeah.
Who speaks that? Oh, well, it was the guy that like taught him how to be classy.
Yeah.
I remember that, but it was still like, okay, can we pump the brakes on old sport?
It's like British adjacent.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. It's not anything I can really put my finger on. And it's not even like, it's not like that kind of thing.
It's not like full radio voice. But so watching Great Gatsby, like his scenes in Great Gatsby wasn't helpful because he talks like a moron.
That's true. Well, what about Zero Dark 30?
Yeah, he just doesn't have a ton of lines in it. It's more of that's more of an action film.
It's just him, like cool shots of him shooting a gun.
Yeah, yep.
That'd be fun.
And I was like, damn, I could do that too. Totally.
You just turn in a bunch of shots of you just like you screaming like, we're taking enemy fire. I was like, what is this guy doing? What
would have been incredible is like this show that I'm auditioning for, it's set in Chicago, but what if I had just done an Australian accent? Because
oh, okay. This guy's an idiot. You know what? Scratch. He does look eerily similar to this guy, but he's an idiot.
That's what dude, I'm like getting my hopes up way too much, but also it would be hilarious because I'd have to live in Chicago for 6 months again. I'd have to move right back
into your old apartment. The rent's just like triple this time.
Yeah.
That would be you'd be right back in the mix, baby. And you'd have to explain to everybody. They're like, oh, LA didn't work. And you're like, well, no, I can't.
It's actually working really well. It's working so well, I have to live here.
Yeah, you're like, in a weird twist of fate, it's going so well that I moved back to Chicago.
Oh, God.
That's like, at some point, comedy is going to go so well for me that I'm going to be a Costco shift manager in Louisiana.
It's actually going super well. Anyways, was it just a party of two? Was that it?
Oh God, you guys dined with us before or what?
Oh boy, I finally watched that show, The Bear. Boy, is that an incredible show. Speaking of Chicago.
It's good. I have a couple of gripes.
Oh, what are the gripes? Let's hear them.
Couple of gripes here, Thomas. The constant screaming.
Yeah, it's a little much.
I mean, every scene is just screaming. Also, you can't shoot a Glock in the middle of the day in River North.
I did have a problem with that one. I was like, he just shot a gun and it actually solved a problem.
Yeah, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, okay, yeah, let's." And it's like a bunch of like theater, like what are these guys?
It's cosplay people.
Nerds.
Yeah,
and his solution to a bunch of rowdy nerds
is to shoot a gun in the air.
Was a Glock in the air. And that one I kind of, and nobody was like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Everybody's just like, oh, yeah.
That is the problem. It's kind of like, it's Chicago. It's like, that's not really.
No. So they're supposed to be in like River North.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry. Yeah. No. Also, I had a couple other gripes. Oh, like the hood, the street toughs that they had. Oh,
God. That was horrific.
This big problem got solved with a couple of sandwiches and introducing ourselves to each other. Oh, my name's Tom. Oh, wow. I guess I know you on a human level now.
We don't need to, I guess, break it down that much, but I didn't get what happened with then he called the cops on them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what the end of that part was, but also they had the Green Door Tavern go out of business in the show, and I was like, all right, let's not go at the Green Door.
We don't have to shit at the Green Door for no reason. Jesus Christ.
That place rips.
I overall I liked it. I like the main guy. I think he's
such a good actor.
Who else? There were some other people that I liked.
I mean, Io, the Sydney, she was great.
She's the other smart chef.
She's the sous chef. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, it was a good show.
I liked her. I don't like the cousin.
He's a little too on the nose.
It's too much.
Yeah, because he they solve a $5,000 problem by he's sells some cocaine
just to some guy in the alley.
Like $5,000 though.
And they just I'm like, God, dude, that's 15 to 20 in a federal penitentiary.
Selling $5,000 of cocaine is not a quick. It's not like a. I mean, I don't know. I've never dealt cocaine.
That's true. Everyone listening is like, that's a perfectly reasonable amount to sell, Tom. Yeah. I've sold $5,000 worth of coke many times. I
thought that plot line was going to go wrong when they decided to solve their issues by selling cocaine.
Selling
and then it didn't. It was just the end of an episode, and they never talked about it again.
Also, when Joel McHale was in his ear, and he's like, "You're worthless.
That was a weird.
Kill yourself." I was like, all of this over some steak tartare. I don't know.
I do. We've had some family friends and shit be chefs in high end New York restaurants, and it does sound like a living hell.
I could see where it would be like a huge rush, and you're probably working for an absolute egomaniac monster.
Yeah, people treat you like shit in there.
Yeah, which is what a weird way to get off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we're cooking food tonight? I'm gonna ruin your fucking life.
But
what? We're cooking food.
It's how did we get here?
Yeah.
How did it evolve? How did it evolve from someone cooking dinner for their family to
like a grandmother doing a recipe to you're gonna kill yourself? What happened?
And you should, because you can't glaze this fish.
Yeah. Your sauces fucking suck, dude. My sauces?
Hey man, this tastes incredible.
Hey dude, people are paying $900 a plate out here. This sauce is kind of slapping. I don't know. And don't get me wrong, I watched the whole thing twice.
Yeah, it's very good.
Because it's one of those things. It's I'm dying up here.
I thought you were going to say Roommates-in-Law.
No, well, I've watched that 250 times. But it's I'm dying up here where it's so close to home. I have such a little sweet spot in my heart for Chicago that I'm I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, dude, someone like Mick Napier is in it, the owner of The Annoyance.
Is it? Who is he?
He's just in one episode. He's at the event that they cater where they drug all the kids on accident.
Oh, People would be way more upset if that happened.
Hated that plot line.
Oh, all the kids are passed out on the ground
on Xanax.
on Xannies, and they blow right by it.
The guy's like thrilled.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, this is now they're quiet." Like, no, 2 of them are dead,
and the rest of them have a crippling drug addiction.
Yeah, now they're addicted to Xanax. Like, what? What? I don't know. I think those are the end of my problems with the bear. Other than that, good stuff.
Anyways, it was a very enjoyable show.
I did enjoy it. I did.
Oh boy, what's going on with you?
Got me to cry a few times. Tom, what do you think about this message? This message I got today.
Yeah.
I can't tell if I should be annoyed with this or not. Just get a message. Guy I haven't spoken to in years. Yo, who do I talk to about shows in Chicago? What do you think about that? It's right. It's no good.
Stinky poo. That stinks.
I was like, I like.
Who do I talk to? Who do I need to talk to?
Yeah, who do I talk to about shows in Chicago?
It's like what a lame way of asking.
Well, like, give me a little like, hey man, hope all is well. Like, I'm gonna be here. Like, not that you need to like butter me up, but
no, but like this is what I've been up to. This is why I'm coming to town.
Don't make me just feel like a hey asshole.
Yeah, help me.
Yeah, I don't know.
It does kind of sound like. Did this guy ever do you like a huge favor?
No.
Because like the only way you can get away with asking that is like we've either had like some serious nights out together where we've become very close friends, or you've buried a body for me.
Yeah, like you gotta be like my boy, or like have some very incriminating evidence on me.
Yeah, to be like, hey, dickhead,
hey, fucking.
What's the deal in Chicago? It does kind of sound like he's like, yeah, well, obviously I have to do shows in Chicago. So it's like, who do I need to talk to?
Well, yeah, but it's like, just give me a little bit, treat me like, hey man.
Yeah.
How you been? We haven't talked in a little while. Yo.
Yeah, that stinks.
I always want to type back, no.
What are you going to say? I hope he listens to the pod. He's having his message broken down right now.
He doesn't. I'll send him all the information he needs. I don't care. But, that message doesn't work in any walk of life.
No, you got to run that by Business Tom once. Get a little.
You got to reach out to Business Tom.
Get a proofread. Say, hey, is this the way to ask? Say no. You ask by saying, hey, here's what I've been up to. Here's an updated clip just in case you need to send it to anyone. But I'll be in Chicago for these dates. Any shows you'd recommend reaching out to?
And hey, look at that.
There we go.
Now I'm reading a message and I'm not feeling like a scumbag when I'm reading it.
Yeah. You don't instantly have visceral hate in your heart.
I mean, I saw it. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me right now. Lizzie's like, oh no, did something serious happen? I was like, absolutely not.
No.
Somebody was slightly rude to me.
All right. Is that a zero of the week candidate?
He's a candidate for sure.
Because I have a couple like kind of weak candidates.
I mean, I wouldn't say mine was a strong candidate.
No, but it's in there.
Here's the thing. I haven't been encountering. I thought I was going to encounter way more assholes in New York. Maybe I'm not running in the right circles. Maybe I need to like go to where like all the finance people work.
Yeah, go out in like the Broy district a couple times.
I just don't wanna.
Right. Yeah, no.
I just really don't want to. Yeah. Just to get my zero of the week.
Dude, that is usually where I find some of the worst people ever, though, is like when I go like meet up with some non-comedy friends that are like real partiers.
Right.
And then you go out and I'm like, all right, I like you guys. I hate literally everybody else in this place.
Every person in there. Everyone in there has 1% body fat. Yeah. And are the women teetering on not looking like human beings anymore, or are they still too young for that?
It depends on the city.
Sure.
Chicago, they're fine.
I bet LA it's a free for all.
Dude, LA is a real toss up, but you do notice so many people here. It's so obvious. I'm like, oh, you've had a lot of Botox. You've had a lot of work done. It's just a lot of facelifts for you.
Man, a facelift, I think we already talked about it, but a facelift is not a foolproof plan.
Well, the path that you set yourself down, I think, is tough because then the 20 years in and still doing it, then it's looking pretty plasticky.
You're like, what is that? But like, maybe the good facelifts I've seen and not noticed,
Right.
and just thought that person looks great.
Agreed.
But it seems like a bad facelift is a life ruiner.
Yeah, because can you reverse that? Hey, can you droop my face again?
Yeah, hey, can you make me look terrible again? Well, in a different way.
I want to look terrible, but in a natural way.
In a natural way. So, what is a facelift? They're cutting some of your skin off and literally pulling your face back?
I think so. I don't.
I mean, that's
know entirely.
terrifying.
But I think I almost just did.
Yeah, I was like, oh, maybe we'll edit that one out. And what sucks is the microphone went away from your face, so I can't really tell what you were saying. I'm definitely going to screenshot that and use that as a
just voice over me doing like an Asian accent. Sorry, I was trying to demonstrate what a facelift was, but I was doing like a stereotypical if you were a racist and making fun of Asian people.
Yeah, that was this one. We had a good run, Tom, but you can say goodbye to Saturday Night Live.
I didn't need to explain it, I guess. I wasn't doing that though. Was the thing I was trying to make fun of white people in Hollywood.
Facelift face.
Yeah.
Wait. So what were we talking about for facelift face?
Zeros of the week.
Zeros of the week. Yeah. Hand me your nominees.
I got some week nominees, but this one happened yesterday on my flight. So I'm flying back from Houston. I had a great time in Houston, by the way. I'll debrief on that. But on Saturday, we went out after the shows. My flight's at 5. I got to leave for the airport at 3. Stayed up.
Yeah. I mean, second show's over at what time? 11?
I did a third show. I did an 11 p.
Oh, well, then you got to stay up.
So we were out till 2:30 or 2:45. I went back with my sister to her place, watched an episode of The Bear, and then I went to the airport.
Sure.
And I'm just hammered, like just tossed. I've been drinking since 6 p.m. And I get to the airport. I get on my I get there like a little earlier than I thought. So I get there, flight is delayed by 20 minutes or whatever. McDonald's is open. Thank Christ.
Huge.
I got a McMuffin and a hash brown, and I get on the plane. I brought it on the plane, which is a shitty move.
Bring it on the plane. Who cares?
I don't love when people bring, especially fast food. Like the smell is so overwhelming.
You know, I used to be that guy, and then I was so hungry that I brought on chicken wings, and I was just sitting there eating chicken wings and dipping them into blue cheese. And I honestly had never been happier in my life. I was so hungry.
Oh my God.
And I was like, hey, look, this is happening. I'm sorry.
Oh God, that is amazing. That's a man with self-confidence right there.
It wasn't that. I was in such a desperate state that looking back and I'm like licking my fingers. The poor guy next to me was like, why did I do this again?
I did luck out because the flight was half empty, so no one sat in my row.
Huge.
So I got my own row, but I take it out and I'm eating it before. I was one of the first people to board. I'm eating it before the plane takes off.
I think that's generous.
All right, so I'm eating it, but I do the thing with a McMuffin. I don't know if you do this. I throw the hash brown on the McMuffin.
Well, I'm a McGriddle guy, so this we're speaking different languages.
Okay, yeah, we're playing different sports, but the hash brown on the McMuffin is unbelievable because it's crunchy.
Sure, it sounds like a hitter of a move. Yeah,
I toss it on. The flight attendant from like 15 feet away, like 5 rows, is like, well, that's a fun move.
Oh, yes.
I look up and I didn't know if she was talking to me. And then she's looking right at me and I'm hammered. And she's like, and I didn't say anything. And she goes, putting the hash browns on the McMuffin. That's a fun move. People are standing up in their seats to turn around and look at, and I'm like, huh?
Wait, this is your zero of the week?
Yeah, dude, I was so
No,
embarrassed.
this is hero of the week.
Oh, no, dude.
You kidding me? That's so fun.
I was so mad.
No, no. Come on. That's hero of the week stuff,
And I
Tom.
was like, yeah, it's I didn't come up with it, but yeah. And she goes, well, I'm giving you credit. The hash brown on the McMuffin, and she's saying it to the whole plane.
Oh, I love this lady. This is a hero, Tom.
Dude,
This woman
was,
is spreading joy in the world.
I was viscerally mad.
No, I mean, if she'd have come back and asked for a bite, now you got something. But
I felt like she was like, hey, look at this fat piece of shit back
hey,
here.
like, hey, you know the only guy eating on the plane? So I'll stare at him.
Dude, literally 2 rows in front of me, 2 people got up and were like, huh? What? What is she talking about?
She's like, hey, well, don't worry, guys. At least he's not hammered drunk right now.
Yeah. My eyes are crossed. I'm like, what? Who are you talking to?
I don't know. I'm giving this lady hero. I mean, giving you props, having a little fun, breathing some life onto a 5 a.m. flight. You're not going to catch me mad at that move now. Shout out to what were you flying? Delta? Shout out to that Delta lady.
Southwest.
Shout out to the Southwest Airlines. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Well, okay. Quick commercial break, folks. Tim just took off his headphones, said, I'll be right back. He didn't give me any context as to where he was going. Oh, and he's back. He's back, folks. Thank God.
Record time.
What was that? You didn't give me any context. I was like, what's happening here?
Like, well, I guess, okay. I guess I walked him.
Yeah, dude. I thought that was a pretty fun story.
I don't know. I didn't think my zero of the week was that bad.
Oh, God.
Tom, I know I keep turning into Jim Smith here.
Oh, here we go. What's going on in the gym these days?
I mean, these guys are out of their minds. Well, I got a guy in there with some gold Gucci flip-flops today. I'm sorry, Gucci loafers.
Gucci loafers. So what are those costing a human?
I don't think they're cheap. Tell you that. Business Tom, can you pull that up?
What kind of give him a second.
Let's see. Gucci loafers.
What kind of workouts was this guy doing?
You are all arms, baby.
I mean, we're looking at
$900.
$900.
Yeah. Like backless Gucci loafers.
Yeah. We're looking at about $900, maybe $850 if you get a decent deal.
Which is crazy because, like, hey, buddy, what are you doing in this gym?
Whoa. And sorry, what exercises was he doing? I was still.
Oh, it's just all arms. My man is just curling. You know, it's spring break workouts. You know what I'm talking about.
This guy sucks ass.
It was terrible. It was.
But this is your zero.
Yeah. Oh, this is the zero.
Gucci loafers in the gym is a recipe for zero of the week.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Zero of the week. Stamp it, Tom. This is it.
Ding, ding, ding. Zero
Gucci
of the week.
loafers.
Congratulations.
He's also like looking around a lot. Like I think he wanted us to think he was cool.
Yeah, you don't
like being in like Gucci's shoes.
You don't wear those and not want people to see them.
But I'm like, my good man, you're in the gym, and let me tell you something. This gym costs $10 a month.
Yeah, it's a weird place to flex wealth.
Yeah, it's such an odd. I don't know. I couldn't.
It's like getting bottle service at Applebee's. Mm-hmm. Like no one is impressed by you, dude.
And they're like, hey, no, we're all still at Applebee's together.
And also, you can't even. You just bought a bottle of. There's no service involved.
He's like, where are all those sparklers and 22-year-old whores?
It's like the lights are on, my guy. This is a 2 for $20 Tuesdays. What are we doing?
And like, sir, we can't give you a bloomin' onion. This is an Outback. What are you doing? Your kids
I want
are
my
humiliated.
Gucci flip-flops.
But this guy he thought he was so, and like, look, there's a ton of guys in the gym that think they're awesome and that sing along with their music and dance and do all these things. It's all very embarrassing. This guy was a different breed. This was something.
I don't really understand what the thought. That's a man with no friends, if we're being honest.
100%.
Like,
because if you have one friend, because that behavior is going to like manifest itself in other ways in their lives where he would get made fun of.
It's a devastating lack of social awareness.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because it's in his mind perceived cool that he's wearing Gucci loafers, but to the rest of the world, we understand that Gucci loafers in a gym is wrong.
It's just weird. It doesn't matter what you're wearing.
No, it doesn't matter.
Unless it's like workout gear, you look like a goofball.
The only way that's acceptable is if this was a hotel gym, I'd let it slide, Gucci slides, because maybe he's traveling, doesn't have any shoes.
Sure, I'll give you that. But
this is a membership gym.
Tom.
He lives in the city.
Also, if you're a guy that works out on the road, you bring your stuff.
Yeah, but I have forgotten my shit before. And like one time I worked out in a hotel in dress shoes.
Okay. But that's something where like people can be like, well, it's also like you have like workout shorts. It like doesn't match the outfit.
Yeah.
You didn't go down there and work out in a suit and tie.
Also, like some $80 Cole Haans are not like a flex.
Like they actually sponsored up with Nike, so like they're way more comfy now. And people are like, I'm trying to be on the treadmill. Please stop.
I'm like, I got Dr. Oh fuck, what is it? Dr. Souls?
Dr. Scholl's, baby.
Dr. Souls. Yeah. Why didn't they just say Souls?
Well, maybe the guy's name was Scholl or girl. Could be a lady as well.
Dude, check your fucking bias.
Fucking Jesus Christ. I just got my privilege checked hard as a motherfucker.
I got one other nominee for a Zero of the Week, but we have a clear runaway now.
So we have a winner right now. If you tell me about another hero, Tom, I'm gonna be upset.
Oh, this is definitely not a hero, but it's also not. I was not convinced he was a zero. He just more like he just stunk.
You're like the plane almost went down, and then like the pilot saved us all from dying, but he was like kind of a dick about it.
But
Zero
like
of the week.
I was in the middle of a nap and he woke me up. So Zero of the Week right there.
I mean, little kind of heavy on the turbulence, my guy.
I was like, that was rocky. No, I'm doing this show in Houston on Thursday, and so the show is like way too long. First of all, a classic, like the lineup says, I think I sent you a picture of this. The lineup has all the people and how much time they're doing. And then it has the total and it says runtime 65 minutes. And then if you add up all the time, it's like 89 minutes.
It was like 80. Yeah. It wasn't even close.
It's not even close. And I have to do 30 to end this thing. And I'm like,
an 89-minute runtime.
On a maybe 25 audience member show, maybe 30 people.
I mean, you're asking a lot.
I'm like, damn, thank God. Very hot crowd, very supportive team.
Ooh, huge.
I mean, they were having fun and not quite a stellar lineup, if I'm being honest. And they were having fun. And the guy who's up before me, he's got 2 minutes left in his set, and some guy comes in, walks right to the front row and sits down. He hadn't been in the show the whole time. We're an hour and 10 minutes into the show.
Love it.
And he comes in, sits right in the front row, and the guy is obviously like, okay, what's going on with you? Why did you just get here? And the guy's like, bad first date. And he's like, okay, well. And then he goes, I could do this. Is a lame. This could be Zero of the Week.
Can I guess what he's gonna say?
Yeah.
I could do a whole show on how bad this date was. Am I right?
You're not far off.
Oh, yes.
He goes, boy, I could really do some crowd work on you, but I'm going to leave it for the next comic.
Wait. Oh, the
comic on stage.
Oh, the comic said that.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I was just kind of like, hey, why would you even say that if you're not going to do crowd work?
Boy, I could tell some phenomenal jokes right now if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to do it.
So then he whipped out his closer and it didn't hit. And then I had to get on stage, and I really wanted to not talk to the guy just to prove a point.
Yeah.
But I said I had some opening riff or something, and then I was like, it would be kind of insane if I just didn't talk to this guy, right? Because like he came in and he's sitting there like ready to get talked to.
He's waiting for it.
Arms crossed. Yeah. And so I talked to him. He goes, yeah, bad first date. And something was going on where like the comics recognized him, and I was like, well, what is happening? What's your energy in here? Why did you walk so confidently to the front row? And he's like, I go to a ton of comedy shows, but usually I wear crazy outfits.
Oh no. No.
So he's like, so all the comics know me. And I was like, cool, man.
You're like, no. All the comics make fun of you.
Yeah, I'm like, I think I know why you had a bad date, my guy.
He's like, yeah, I changed out of my Green Lantern outfit to come sit here.
Dude, literally, he said he'll wear full suits of like crazy colors or like a spandex suit or something like that.
Man, I mean, imagine showing up to a comedy show and you're not one of the comics and you're the biggest narcissist in the room. How is that possible?
I haven't seen that since any LA show I've been at. But then he goes, I go, all right, tell us about the date. You clearly want to talk about it.
I was about to say you had to cut his legs off at some point.
All I was doing was I was just like, all right, you clearly want to be part of this. What's going on? You came in and just about elbowed someone to sit in the front row. So what's going on? And he goes, oh, she was 25 minutes late. And I was like, okay. And he goes, which is lucky for her because at 30 I was leaving.
Oh, damn. What a hard stance he takes.
And I go,
oh, man, don't fuck with this guy.
I'm like, damn, dude, you have such high standards, dude.
You make me wait a half hour, I'm out.
I'm like, I will absolutely get stood up and ignored for 25 minutes, but at 30 minutes, I'm fucking out.
Who do you think I am? I show up to comedy shows in weird outfits.
I love picturing like him like with the waitress, like she comes up and she's like, or he, god damn, look at us just calling it a general.
That was worse than mine.
Jeez, that was way worse. So this
also, he could have been waiting on a man, Tom.
He wasn't. He said she already.
I was just saying.
I mean, he definitely could have been. I wouldn't have hated him more or less.
Just throwing it out there, dude.
Oh God, I hated him all the same.
Okay, so
that's
let's
the
see.
side of equality no one ever talks about. How much you can hate people no matter what they
doesn't matter. Well, the thing is like it doesn't matter what he said.
No, his personality was.
He was gone. Yeah, it was gone.
But I love picturing like a waiter or waitress coming up and being like, "Hey, are you still waiting on someone?" And at 28 minutes, he's like, "Yeah, she's probably on her way." And then at 30, he's like, "This is fucking bullshit."
Out of this fucking place. This restaurant sucks. Okay, so what other did he? So you had to light him on fire for that. Was that getting some nice pops?
Oh yeah, dude. It was about 10 minutes of my set.
Oh,
this guy
roasted him on the 30-minute timeline.
I just kept asking him everything I would ask him. He would just say another lame thing. Oh, I do have it recorded. I should have listened to it right before this. But he also said something when I said, I was like, okay, so we went on the 30-minute timeline for a little while. I was like, what were you thinking at minute 22, 23 before she showed up? And he's like, I was thinking at 30, I'm leaving. I was like, oh my God, dude. And then I said, like, I was like, all right, so then she shows up at 30. What was the date like? And he's like, she had a bad vibe. And I was like, I think the vibe might have been off already.
Alrighty. Yeah. She didn't text you or anything like, hey, I'm running a little late.
Like she had a bad vibe. I'm like, my guy, I don't think you were putting off the coolest vibe.
Yeah. It wasn't like some sick energy you were bringing to the table.
The first thing you said out loud was she's lucky because at 30 I was walking.
I just love that.
How lucky to be on a date with you.
Ooh, man. He's like, look, she showed up and hit me square in the face with a baseball bat. And if she'd have done it 2 more times, I was going to leave. If she even thinks about causing severe brain damage, I'm leaving. I'm sorry. I'm not going to date someone like that.
God, my girlfriend only cheated on me 2 times, and if she did it a 3rd time, I would have definitely at least talked.
It would have we'd have had a long conversation about it. You cheated on me when I specifically asked you not to.
That was this guy. He did actually have severe Michael Scott energy, but like that kind of energy in the real world is not fun.
No, it's very funny on a fictional show. Okay, here's what I'm picturing. Tell me if I'm close. I'm picturing a heavier set gentleman, bald head with glasses.
You're not super far off. He was heavier. He's not huge, but he's.
No, I'm not thinking huge. I'm thinking, pleasantly plump.
Couldn't look more like he works in IT.
Sure. Yes. Yep.
Which I think is the brand that you're picturing. He did have hair, but not great hair.
Okay. Yeah,
It was
picturing
thinning, for sure.
Picturing a guy like, like jeans, but they don't fit great.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like that guy.
Well, yeah,
tucked in eyes on
he
shirt.
focuses too much on his crazy comedy outfits. His date outfit was not great. Because that was a whole piece of it. Is that's what we talked about. He talked about how he was always the crazy outfit guy, and I was like, and your date outfit's like pretty bad. like for someone.
I love that you didn't even go clever.
No. I was like, this is like pretty bad.
You're like, yeah. I mean, you look terrible, man. Glad you showed up though. I love that his refuge is like, I'm gonna go hit the comedy show.
I'm not only gonna hit the comedy show. I'm gonna elbow my way to the front row, and I'm gonna cause a scene.
He was. I'm not surprised if he was walking to the front saying like pretty loudly, "Bad first date, bad first date here."
That's right here. Crowd work. Is anyone doing crowd work tonight?
And that's probably why the comic said what he said, because he's like, I know this guy.
Yeah.
I'll save it for the guy that doesn't know you.
Still hated the way that he said it.
It's like,
I
hey, I guess
that guy. So
if you are gonna do that, just don't mention it.
Right, exactly.
I'll save it for the next guy.
I'll just save it for the next comic. I was like, okay.
Buddy, I could crowd work you to death right now. You are so lucky that this show has a running time of 3.5 days.
Anyways, yeah. So what was my closer about being unemployed again?
What was that one? Oh, yeah. You guys are going to hate this. Oh, man. The boys over at Oscar Mayer Wiener loved it, but I don't know if you guys are going to be into it.
That's all we're trying to impress. A couple brands like Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Dude, I just got signed with Oscar Mayer Wiener.
No, fuck, dude. Wiener's signing again?
Holy shit!
I thought they were full this year.
Dude, you're gonna get late night within 2 months if you're with Wiener.
Oh,
that's so fun. That is fun. I mean, how'd you end it with this guy? Did he come up and talk to you after the show?
I was getting a little too mean. Oh yeah, I thought you meant during the set. Eventually, I was like, hey, I gotta stop talking to you because I'm just like, I really just want to ruin your whole night. But like, I literally had to say that. I was like, we got to stop talking because he was so talkative too.
Oh, well, that's why he went there.
Yeah. So I was like, we got to stop talking. Sorry. But like, I'm going to continue ruining your night.
I'm going to talk to you, but more in like a rhetorical way. So no responses from you.
Afterwards, he goes, hey, man, that was great. You went a little hard, but it was great. And I was like, dude,
He thinks he's a part of the show.
I was like, you deserved to have, like, if someone made you cry, you would have deserved it.
Yeah, like you should have waited 30 minutes for a bad date.
And then he hung around and talked to me and my sister afterwards for 20 minutes. 30
This guy's got some real, and you know what? His date may have shown up and be like, I'm so sorry. Like that was in traffic. I blah, blah, blah. And he was like, this bitch.
He's like, I just bought my tickets to the show.
Like, I feel like is he like incel-y kind of
big time incel energy.
Women are always out to get him and they're horrible and that kind of a thing.
That was the whole thing. God, I should have listened to it beforehand, but we had this exchange about how like the whole time it was like she did something wrong while it was very clear that he had the worst energy on this date.
Yeah.
Like it was so clear that this guy sucks on dates, and he's like, yeah, it was just the vibe. Her vibe was bad.
Vibes were crazy bad, dude. Oh, she was. Yeah, I told her the wrong restaurant. That's why she was late. But still, kind of fucked up on her part.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then he goes. I was like, so how'd you guys meet? And he goes, online, dude. How the fuck else?
Oh
and
my
I was
god!
Like, hey, dude, relax.
My god, you're honestly, you're like, you know what? That one is on me. There's no chance on earth you met someone in real life that wanted to ever go on a date with you.
Well, it was like, no, but to be honest, he had the energy of someone who would talk to someone at a bar in a really uncomfortable way, but he would do it.
Of course.
He would do it. He would walk up and he would say, I really love your purse. It reminds me of my mom.
And they're like, oh, okay. He's like, are you from Tennessee? They're like, don't say it because you're the only please stop right now.
He mixes the Dublin one. he from Tennessee? Because when I see you, my pants be doubling. Shit.
God damn it. You from Dublin? Because it must have hurt when you fell from heaven. Like, what?
He goes, I was on a bad first date earlier tonight. God, I hated this guy so much.
No, he's a stinker. Was he talking to any of the other comics after the show?
A little bit, but he really was getting involved with the young man, Tom Schnee. He really wanted to talk to me.
Man,
I think he's already ran all the local comics through.
Yeah, they smelled him from a mile away. They're like, oh, here comes Gerald.
Yeah, I forget his name. I would say it.
He's doing the bad date stuff again. That's like what he does every Thursday.
His bit. He has audience member bits.
Yeah, he has a couple of choice bits that he does. Like, I'm bringing it to him with.
He has kind of a tight five.
Bad date tonight. Yeah.
He's like, if this comedian knows what he's doing, he's gonna have a hot five of crowd.
Because look, I'm throwing softballs at you. Okay,
yeah, really
I'm here to make your reels pop. That'd actually be kind of a fun sketch. An audience member that is a plant that is just meant to toss you softballs so you get a good clip and put it online.
Like the comedian doesn't know. They're hired by the club to just toss softballs.
Yeah. And you're like, holy shit, I'm like killing right now.
Yeah. It's like a Make-A-Wish situation. I'm like, I hire someone to go to one of your shows. So I'm like,
oh my God, I'm killing.
Tim hasn't gotten a crowd work pop in a while.
Oh man, I still got it, baby. I see you after the show. You're just like handing him $60. And I'm like, whoa. His set list falls out of his pocket.
Like, no, I'm just buying cocaine from this guy. Turns out it's only $60, not $5,000 at the Bear.
Oh God! Hey, how about this little something? I wrote this down. This is funny.
Yeah,
I think it is.
That's our entire life right there in one sentence.
I wrote this down. I think it's funny. It's probably not. I was talking to a friend of mine who's like having some alcohol dependency issues.
Okay.
And he was going to an event that was it's like a sober person event.
Yeah.
Called the Alcathon.
Why do we
Alcalathon. It's like Toyotathon. But he was like, yeah, it's this place called Alcathon. I was like, it sounds like you're gonna go there and exclusively play beer pong.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you're gonna drink for 24 hours.
Right?
Yeah, we used to do a thing like Marathon Monday where you drink for 24 hours.
Like, why would they name it after a 5-hour race?
Yeah, I don't know. That seems. What are they doing at it?
It's like a meeting, I think.
Because like if it was like a jog, if it was a 5K, it would make sense.
It would make sense. It was not.
It's not.
Or if it was like some sort of like field day situation where a bunch of like AA people go and like have a fun day.
Yeah, like a decathlon type thing. Yeah.
Even then, you don't have to remind these people at every turn that they're a booze bag.
Yeah.
It could be like, hey, let's have a fun day together. And it's still like, hey, you're a piece of shit-a-thon. It's coming up on Thursday.
It is interesting. Like most of the groups and stuff for like Alcoholic Anonymous type shit, it all does say alcohol in the name. I wonder if there's some like take ownership of it thing, you know?
Yeah, maybe
there's something there. Because I agree. It seems counterintuitive, but they all are named things like that.
Yeah, maybe it's a thing where, like, just in your mind, you have to admit, like, I'm going to.
This is why.
This is called alcohol group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. But I mean, give them a break. Alcoholathon.
Well, Alcoholathon is a little too fun.
It's also very hard to say.
Well, I'm still not sure we're saying it.
You sound drunk trying to say it.
I'm going to Alcoholathon.
Oh gosh,
they're like, oh man, he fell off he fell off the wagon. It's like, no, I'm literally just. It's actually going really well. I'm just trying to.
It's a really hard word to say. I don't know why they put those two words together like that.
Oh man, good for that guy though. Get some help.
He's trying, but he's trying. I think it's going well. Let's see. Right. Guy killing, boy, some of the things I write down. Do you ever go through your notes and you're like, if like almost you were on trial for something and they were like exhibit A and it's like your notes section in your phone?
Yeah.
I don't think I would come off great.
I said one just says first date guy I hated.
I have one that says, "Stop crying, kids. Eat your food."
Tim, why were you around children?
Like, what is that?
Let's see. Announcement and LAX. Oh, this is kind of funny. In Los Angeles Airport, the LAX, they still have an announcement that says masks are required.
Meanwhile,
And,
no
and
one's
it's
wearing
so
masks.
funny when the announcement goes off, everyone just kind of looks around.
And you're like, we're done with that, right?
Yeah, everyone just kind of like, no.
No, I don't want to do that anymore.
Like, no, even a lot of the airline employees are not wearing masks.
I really hated wearing a mask, to be honest with you. I did not enjoy it.
I actually loved it a lot. And
Oh God, here we go.
And I think healthcare workers are heroes. And I think we should bang pots and pans out our window every night still for them.
No, don't worry about their wages or the working conditions, but I will
No.
slap a couple of pots around while people are trying to sleep.
It would be kind of funny if someone was hanging on to that.
Just
Like-
one person, bing, bing, bing. Like, fucking stop, dude.
Look up.
Hey, Tom, what do you think about that? You ever seen someone running through the airport? And you're like, oh, that's a little cliche.
Yeah, dude, I love when that happens.
Have you ever had to run through the airport?
Yeah, I have.
I have too, and honestly, I kind of loved it.
It's a little funny because I'm like, I just honestly want to yell the whole time, stop that plane!
Stop that plane! Or you're just yelling some girl's name out, like, I love you.
Yeah, Rebecca. Yeah, well, that's the thing. You can't do rom-com airport stuff anymore unless you've bought a ticket and got through TSA.
Yeah, because then you just literally get there and they're like, no, it's as far as you go, asshole.
You get to TSA. If she's in TSA, still probably no if you yell
No.
something.
No, you're getting tackled by 4 underpaid TSA agents.
And they're going to call themselves agents. They don't deserve to be called agents.
They're running at you a little slow because they have to hold their pants up while they're doing
Their
it.
pants are loose as fuck.
There's not one TSA agent that owns an ass.
Never seen an ass on a TSA.
Not a one. Not a one. Only
Oh
the men.
my
The men have
God.
no asses. It's always the oddest shaped human being you've ever seen working the TSA. And you're like, boy, how did they even find that uniform? Jesus,
Hey,
Lord in
if you
heaven.
guys want to risk it, start taking pictures of TSA agents. You see, I know it's hard because I thought about it. I saw the dumpiest TSA agent taking his job so seriously. I would never body shame, just
No, this is
blindly.
not fat shaming. Some of my
No.
best friends are fat pieces of shit. I would never do that.
Some of my best friends are fat TSA agents. My dad was a fat TSA agent, so
I can say that joke.
I could say it. But no, I saw this guy who was so mean at such an early. This was last week. It was 5 a.m. in LAX, and he's so mean, so unnecessarily, and he's doing the thing of like, yeah, no, laptops have to come out. I know,
Two separate bins. Two
Yeah.
separate bins.
and this is to a Asian family who does not speak English.
Right.
And they're
Right.
literally like they're showing him, they're doing a great job. They're showing him everything that they have that is up for debate. Like,
Right.
do I need to
Right.
take off my belt, watch, wallet? The laptop was the big question. It was,
Yeah.
He took it half out of the sleeve and the guy said yes. And the guy put it back in. And then he's like, hey, laptop out. And I was like, hey man, I wanted to take a picture so bad because this guy had the loosest pants on in the world.
Man.
Just these shoes that he had. He literally had sneakers on where like he had stepped on the back heels so much that
I
they
know.
were slip-ons.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's a horrible look.
Yeah, and the
You want to be
shoe-
like, hey, buddy, apply all this discipline to other areas of your life.
any area of your life specifically, not other people's lives.
No, that's what
Like-
I'm saying.
Yeah,
Take that discipline, that TSA hardened discipline that they
God.
give you in the 2-week training program, and apply that to something else.
I mean, take it. Oh God, I was
Stop
so
yelling
mad.
at people trying their best.
Yeah, he's just like screaming at these people, and there's no line. There's 7 other people in the whole airport. I'm like, we're fine. I'm the person behind them.
It's 5 a.m., dude. It's 5 a.m.
I was like, we all got here way too early. We are fine.
I am drunk.
Yeah, I am also drunk. No, I wasn't drunk on that flight.
No, I love those people where they're like really just because it's always the laptop is always a big issue.
Yeah, oh, dude, it's
Also, the people the ones that are waving you into the big body scanner, they're always taking it pretty seriously too.
Stop. Hands up.
Come on, hands over your head.
Come on, wait just a sec. All right.
Yeah, come on. Come on. Yeah, okay, I know.
And I say thank you, and every time I say thank you, I'm like, I hate myself.
Well, have they ever like, all right, put your hands up, and the guy's like, oh shit, that's where I hide all my guns.
I did not think they were gonna tell me to put my hands up. Oh.
They're like, sir, we clearly see 4 to 7 guns under your arms.
God.
Come this way. You're going to jail. We can't arrest you because we don't have that kind of swing here. But
no, absolutely not. They don't actually give me handcuffs. I stole a pair once and they took them away pretty quick. So, but I do have a walkie-talkie.
And my brother-in-law is a cop, and he's pissed.
Yeah, he's super mad. He's in San Antonio. Wait, I wanted to take a picture of this guy though, because he was like exactly what we talk about. But I was then I got self-conscious. I was like, ooh. Taking a picture of TSA is probably not a great look.
Not the best move, no.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they're gonna give you a little talking to.
It's like this sound is on too. It's like
and you have to. They like make you stop. They're like, so you have to explain it. And you're like, oh, I just thought he was a huge loser.
No. The thing is, we have a podcast where we usually make fun of TSA as an organization.
But now we have one specific to aim our.
You kind of embody, you embody everything it is that we hate about it. It's like you call yourself an agent. That's kind of hilarious. You couldn't run after me if I jogged to McDonald's.
An agent is amazing.
Yeah.
Wait. Is it TSA agent?
Well, it's or
is it TS agent?
Transportation Security Administration, right?
Oh, okay. I didn't know what.
Yeah, so it's a TSA agent.
It is a TSA agent. Okay.
Yeah.
God, they feel kind of cool. I wonder if on their their name tag it says Agent.
It doesn't. Because we talked about it one time. We're like, it would be so fun if they had to give each other the nicknames. But I also I looked, and it just says their name.
It's just like
I think some
Darnell,
of them have officer.
Officer. Well, you got to be a little higher ranking.
Yeah, I think those are the people checking the IDs. I mean, you can't. You have to be able to read to do that one. To get
See, now we're hitting dingers, Tom. I mean, but some of these people checking IDs, literally, I could hand them like my McDonald's punch card, and they wouldn't know the difference. There's like,
hell yeah, dude.
I don't care, dude. I handed my ID to a guy. Oh, it was in Royal Oak, Michigan.
Yeah.
Do you remember this? I handed him my ID, and he looks at me and he goes, "Man, you just always look pissed off." And I looked at my ID, and I was like, I do look upset in this photo.
But also, always, so then you're like, right now, do I?
I know. I was like, I thought I was just having a good time with.
I was having a fun time with my friend Tom.
my friend Tom and the host of this show, Jack Reeves. I thought we were having a fun time. He's just, I don't know. He was like, oh man, is everything all right? It's like, geez. Well, no, but.
Also, what kind of answer are you looking for? Do you want me to like open up to you right now?
Yeah, I know. Like, how much time? When do you get off?
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess
it's been a tough few years, honestly. I mean, the Bear didn't live up to my expectations, so
it's like you get a couple things going. You think like, now I'm gonna pop. Now this is my big break, but then it's like
I didn't work.
likes again or what?
He's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You're like, does it not say 5-year comedian on my state ID?
He's like, I'm the door guy.
That's my bad.
Oh shit! I thought you just assumed I was a hilarious comedian.
I thought it said. I thought it said had headline zanies on my.
Didn't say that on there. Shit! All right, I gotta get him put there. Also, put comedy on state there too.
God, I wish we could list our credits. That'd be so fun.
My ID would still be as large as it is right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd put. Well, it'd be fun if I said I opened for Tim at Zany's and comedy on state.
And then I hand him mine. It's like the guy before me opened for me at those places. Oh my Lord in heaven. That's what's so brutal about these shows in New York is everyone has a credit, even if it's like I was on Epix TV.
Oh, dude, people say
2006.
Hulu, and it's like I'm like, oh, you were in the background.
These?
You were in the background of a TV show. That's not a comedy credit.
Some of these credits people are, but like I don't check. I've never been like,
No, you best believe if I get this FX body double role, I will be as seen on FX.
It is. It technically counts, Tom.
You best believe it.
Here's the thing: if you get the role and you get a couple of pops from like the production people, you're doing comedy.
You get a couple laughs on set. Yeah,
You're doing comedy.
Yeah, I think if you get paid to do it, it's legit.
Well, no, but this goes back to our, Chicago Med Dead Body number 6 debacle.
Mind. Yeah, never mind.
And those are just flat out not credits.
Yeah, I do love like you've seen it on Chicago Med. I'm like, damn, what were you on Chicago Med? It's like, oh, I got stabbed in season 8, episode 13. I was on screen for 30 seconds. I'm like,
yeah. You saw the guy on a gurney with like a big oxygen mask on his face.
Yeah,
that wasn't me. I was like 30 yards behind that guy.
I had to like react to that guy. The guy ended up actually cutting the take that I was in, but I was in the background there.
They sent me the footage though. It's on my reel, so it was pretty bad acting, honestly.
All those actors, I got to meet a couple of their family members actually on the side of the.
They were dicks to me, honestly. I think I burned every single bridge on that shoot.
Anyways, just say that. Yeah. When you bring me up, thanks.
They're 40 minutes into your credits, like met several of the family members.
Seems like kind of a bad experience with the family members, but he did meet them. And a couple of those family members actually had been extras too. So it's kind of a separate credit.
I was building bridges. Give it up for, for this fucking guy.
Actually, you know what? His time's up. Let's move on.
Oh, it's so brutal. I mean, what do I can't say anything as a credit. I just, you do
I got nothing.
The clubs and colleges bullshit.
Yeah. I've now just resorted to saying a very funny guy. You've seen him around.
Yeah. That's all you need.
That's all you're going for.
Because I've never really seen a crowd be like, oh my God, Comedy Central versus like, this guy's great.
No, it's like if you have been like, I think Tonight Show people probably still kind of perk up.
Yeah.
Because they know that's a stand-up specific thing.
Sure.
But like even now, like Netflix is not like some people say you've seen him on Netflix and it's like, oh, well, you were a side character in a.
You were holding up a chair in the show season 2 of Easy.
Uh-oh. I was like, we're getting a little too close to home here.
Join the Patreon and figure out who we're talking about.
But
hashtag love and life. Yeah, I don't know. But I haven't seen a crowd like if the 3 people ahead of me on the show all have a credit and then they're like, this guy's funny.
Yeah.
I've never seen the crowd be like, wait a minute.
No credit.
Yeah. I think it's like if you're on the show, they just assume you're good.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, we solved that one.
Figured it out. And I think with that, we're over an hour.
Oh shit. Yeah, we sure are. Where are you going to be at this weekend, Thomas?
This weekend I'm at a wedding. My next shit. If you're in LA, got some fun shit coming up. Faded Comedy is a very fun show. It's next Friday the 2nd. And then oh god, the haha, that's gonna be terrible. And then actually no, if you're in LA on the 9th of September doing a show at my new house that I'm living in, we're gonna do a show inside and a show outside, and the comics each do each show, and then we decide which the better show was afterwards.
Juicy house show, everyone. It's
gonna be very fun. It'll be a big old party too. We got
house
great
shows
music act closing it out. It's gonna be a ton of fun.
Who you got on this lineup, Tom? You, Laura Peak.
Actually, Peak is
Amy
on
Miller.
it. Brett Dodenhoff, Brett the Lorax on Instagram, if you know him.
Brett Dodenhoff. I bet if he has a bad set, it's more like Brett dozing off.
Now, God, you decided to start cooking an hour in.
Sorry, sometimes when you get a genius line like that, Tom, you just have to lay it out there.
You just have to. Yeah, but they most of the lineup is unconfirmed. We sent booking details today, so we'll see. I also don't think we're going to announce the lineup actually, but it'll be killer.
Secret sexy show alert.
We're the people who live at the house will be the worst comics at the show.
I love that
for sure. And then And then Fort Collins, Colorado on the 15th of September, headlining that Thursday, and then 16th, 17th featuring for Kelsey Cook. Then St. Louis the weekend after that, 23rd, 24th. And
Bingo,
I don't know after that.
bango.
Where you at, Timothy?
Ooh, let's see. Thursday, I'm at Mama's Boy Comedy in
Hot
Manhattan, New York. And then on Friday, I'm at the Tiny Cupboard in Bushwick, Brooklyn.
The Schwick,
as they call it. And then Saturday, I got the old 8:30 and 10 at Sesh Comedy in Manhattan, Louisiana. It's going to be a hot show.
Once again, if you haven't been to Sesh, you're an idiot. It's the best show. But Mama's Boy is fun too. So
Mama's Boy is heat. So it's let me just say two of them are great and shit on
Actually,
one.
Tiny Cupboard's fun too. Whatever.
They're all amazing shows.
I had the worst
Come
bomb
on
of my entire life there, so I can't willingly promote that.
And I was sitting in the front row,
You were packing
delighted
up my
and
stuff.
confused. One of those where you're like, this is fun to watch, but I don't know what to make of anything that's happening right now.
Oh God! All right, you guys.
Well, wait one goddamn second, Tom.
What?
We got a sketch dropping on Friday.
Oh yes, tomorrow. I don't know which one it is.
Let's go. Let's do the one that we filmed in Dubuque. That
I
one's
was
fun.
thinking that too. Off to War
That one's fun.
is what it's called.
It's gonna be a heater. Like and share it. Toss a comment. Send
For
us
real.
a message. Join the Patreon.
Oh wait, can I just say this too? A couple people from the pod came out in Houston to a couple different shows, and it means the world. You guys come out to shows for real.
Come see a dang show. Say
very,
hello.
It's very, very fun. That was fun. I had a couple people with the secret group, and then the riot as well. And yeah, it was very cool getting to meet you guys. And then yeah, like, share, comment on the sketches.
On the last one kind of popped. So let's get another little pop.
We need
decent
another pop.
And that arguably isn't our best sketch coming out. Anywho, we love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates in